Well, I'm back from the root cellar. It's just as I feared. Omar is dead.
Oh, dear God, no! No!
I'm just shitting you. That Mongo was checking the breaker box when he drooled into a circuit. He won't have to worry about plucking his eyebrows for the next few years, but he'll live.
Mr. Wunzer, I can't believe you did that to me.
Sorry, Chester. Trying to be humorous at less than appropriate times has always been my curse. Like those Oscar Pistorius jokes I told at that shelter for victims of amputee domestic violence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that night they interviewed me on TV Land after Bonnie Franklin died, and I told them I was taking things one day at a time.
Ugh.
So sue me. At least those things happened somewhat recently. What, you want me to crack out the 8-year-old Deadwood jokes again? Jeebus. Look, let's finish taking down these Christmas decorations. Wasn't that the point of all this?
Yes. No. I mean, well, it was until everyone started getting hurt. Oh, between you and Omar and all those gypsies and Chantilly. I'm afraid to risk taking any more down.
The hard part's done anywho. Nothing left but the stuff right here in this room.
Well, No! I shan't tempt fate again.
For cripes' sake, it's not dangerous. Take Babcock's cauldron, for example.
What about it?
All you gotta do is lift him out, discard a Dasani hat, and chuck out all that tinsel and whatnot.
Well, when you put it that way, it does seem easy, doesn't it? What could be dangerous about that?
Exactamundo.
Well then, Mr. Babcock, sir, prepare to be unseasoned. Yes, sir, Bob. Well, I guess that now... Whoa!
Dear God, what's going on here? Chester? Chester, can you hear me? Oh, no. Let's take a break, folks. Omar! Omar, get in here, quick!
Evening. I'm the night vatmaster here at the Olympia Brewery. I expect you heard about the artesian brewing water we use. Well, I seen them. The artisans. They come up late at night, little wet footprints all over. I let them be, though. I figure what those artisans do for the taste of Oli, I don't want to make them mad.
Hey, Nibsy! Give me a hand, will you? We gotta find a way to save Chester.
What, the floor give way? He fall down in the cellar?
No, it's worse than that. The cellar isn't dug out on this end of the building. He didn't fall through the floor. He fell through the ground.
A bloody sinkhole? Sorry, mate. There's no way in hell I'm getting anywhere near that thing. The slightest movement could send us all down into the gaping, dirty maw of the earth.
Why, you cowardly bastard!
Why don't you just call a gimp?
Omar? After getting electrocuted, it took all he had just to bring me this caution tape.
Sounds like you need professional help. Well, while Wormser collects his thoughts, why don't you find people at home watch a little more of that safety film these blighters were rolling last week, eh?
Some old-timers think accidents happen only to greenhorns.
Hey, Red. I got a Bracton. You want to come take a look at it?
Let them learn the hard way, they say. Now, let them learn the hard way can be an attitude that results in serious injury.
Sorry about that.
One word of caution from the old-timer would have saved a lot of pain and lost work time. And even the old-timer can lapse into carelessness. The safety gap is correct when he starts, but he doesn't think about how much he's grinding down the wheel. He gets by with it on that longer piece. Shake hands with danger, step right up and say hello. Grinding wheels and metal are what made Three-Finger Joe. Fingers aren't the only things to think about when working with track. A near miss due to the mechanic's failure to restrain the track before he unloosened it at a high point. Here, they're about to push a high-sprocketed machine from an old set of tracks onto a new set. With both tracks removed, the machine is free to roll. On a slight grade, it may just take off.
Hey, get away from me! Try to get it! Right through that hunter!
If they'd had an operator in the machine, he could have stopped it by dropping the ripper or blade. Now, they should have planned proper blocking and restraint. But better still, they should change one track at a time. Then there can't be a rollaway.
Have we got going here, huh?
Hurry and failure to heed safety warnings can also endanger those doing routine maintenance. Despite constant warnings about hot oil and pressure systems, some optimist always thinks he can get his hand away in time.
Oh, God. Oh, gee. Hot. Oh, gee. Help. Somebody help me.
Needn't have happened. The temperature gauges, pressure gauges, and the safety caps on cooling systems are there to prevent accidents from occurring. The people who shake hands with danger are those who don't learn beforehand what they're getting into. Like the owner whose brake rotor chamber has been losing air pressure.
Hey, Sam! I got the brake chamber off the loader. I gotta run into the dealers to get some repair parts. While I'm gone, will you take it apart to save us some time? Okay, Bill.
At this point, the service manuals call for the insertion of a threaded tool to hold the spring force. Sam hasn't read the manual. He doesn't know he's releasing a force that might be as high as 1,750 pounds. Whether you're working on anything from nitrogen accumulators to inflated tires, it pays to know the kind of power you're dealing with beforehand. Now, warnings about gasoline are as old as use of the fuel. Yet somewhere, somebody is always deciding it won't hurt to use it as a cleaning fluid just this one time. Oh, he'll empty the pan very carefully, just as soon as he finds a rag to wipe off the carburetor. Meanwhile, the fuel keeps vaporizing.
I've only got about another hour to go on this thing. I gotta get that thing washed over there. Now it'll be done in a minute.
It's possible to become overconfident about handling dangerous materials. A good reason why safety instructions should be repeated at frequent intervals. Oddly enough, it isn't lack of familiarity with the job that causes most accidents. Often it's the routineness of the work that makes a person overconfident. Now, Bill Myers is changing buckets, a job he's done at least 100 times. If he were new at it, Bill would be watching and thinking about every step. Now it's so routine that caution has been dulled. The hole is dry. The pin won't slide in. There's no stick or swab in the grease can, but he could surely find one if he took the time to search around. This is the moment, that split second when a man decides between being safe or shaking hands with danger. If he couldn't find a stick or a swab, Bill could have had the linking members moved apart and greased them separately. It would have been a nuisance, but Bill Myers would give anything to be able to go back and do it the right way.
Hey, Ernie? Yeah, I got this hose off of the dozer blade here. Why don't you put this bolt in that end of it? I'm going to take this into the shop.
All right, I'll get it done.
He should have blocked both push arms, and he should never have relied upon anything as unstable or crushable as building blocks.
Chester! Chester, are you down there?
Mr. Wurmser, what happened?
The ground just swallowed you up. Nibsy calls it a stinkhole.
Sinkhole? Do you mean sinkhole?
Whatever. One in the sink, one in the stink. A hole's a hole.
Mr. Wurmser, listen. I can barely see the light up there. It must be 20 or 30 feet down. Oh, I implore you. Call for help. Call 911.
I'm on it, Grim. You hang in there. We'll be right back after these messages. Greetings, good Americans. Summertime is almost here, and Red Marmoset Wine and Spirits wants to be your headquarters for fun in the sun, hun. Right now, all women's irregular flip-flops are 50% off. If you know somebody with a club foot or short leg, send Stumpy or Eileen over to Red Marmoset Wine and Spirits. We also carry a fine selection of gently used inflatable pools and swimming accessories. They may leak a little bit, but the price is right, and you'll only have to pay a tiny bit more attention than usual when Jimmy or Sally are using them. Red Marmoset Wine and Spirits is also proud to debut an exciting new product, and here to tell you all about it is Genevieve, our lovely spokesmodel.
Bonjour, Whisky Rouge, vin des spiritueux, possède actuellement ta grande absinthe originale, importée de France. Cette liqueur de prime vous donnera envie de verser vos autres dans les toilettes. Vive la France, vive Whisky Rouge, vins et spiritueux.
You're damn right, Genevieve. And don't forget, May 25th is the day of our ladies-only Uncle Si from Duck Dynasty Lookalike Contest. Red Marmoset Wine and Spirits. We're still in our new location, but don't pay attention to our sign. The letter's broke, so we can't change the hours. God bless America. Parlez-vous Espanol.
Oh, baby me. What's going on up there, Mr. Wurmser? Is it the paramedics? The emergency management contingent?
Well, yes and no. The paramedics found Omar passed out in the corner and loaded him into an ambulance. Then they took one look at Nibsy and completely lost their shit.
Nibsy? What happened to Nibsy?
Chronic mange. Some guys in hazmat suits tossed him into a plastic bag and ran out of here like the roof was on fire.
What about my situation?
What's that now?
Me, Mr. Wurmser, me! Oh, damn your hide! What are they going to do to help me?
Oh, damn. In all the mange panic, I forgot to mention it. Sorry, pal.
Mr. Wurmser!
Hey, hang on a second. Here comes Chantilly. Hey, Chantilly, we gotta get Chester out of this.
Because he's a freaking nerd. I think I'm better than Chuck Swirsky. Freaking oh, Jesus.
I believe that's the best idea I've heard all day. Thanks, Chantilly.
Beauty and brains! He's an angel straight from heaven. Oh. Friends, while Chantilly sends for help, let's watch the rest of Shake Hands with Danger, shall we?
Improper blocking and failure to block are major causes of crushing accidents.
Hey, come on down out of there.
We're dealing with enormous weight, and we should never depend upon hydraulics alone to hold it up.
I'll show you something back here. Ted, the position this truck bed was in without these locking pins in, and you working underneath the truck bed, and it had failed, you'd have had it. So, these pins should be in place as such.
Now, it's always important to look out for the other guy. Safety is always in the hands of people on the job. The warnings and cautions are there for those who heed them. Safety procedures are spelled out and illustrated in lubrication and maintenance guides, operators' guides, and service manuals. The protection is there in machine design and safety devices.
Might as well get used to them because you're going to be wearing them for a while.
Safety instruction, emphasizing knowledge and awareness, prevents accidents by encouraging safety consciousness. And protective clothing helps shield the body from the unexpected. The human element remains. It can lend itself to safety or turn a routine situation into a dangerous one.
Hey, Bob! I gotta get this machine out of here. That engine's not running. I don't care if it's running or not. You see them trucks gotta come through here. I want this out of here right now.
Now, we all know that the serviceman doesn't always work under ideal conditions. Mechanic Bob Murray has an excavator with a dead engine. It won't start, which means the brakes are locked, which means it's going to sit right here until Bob disconnects the final drives. Then he'll have a machine he can move. What he should also have, but doesn't, is a second vehicle to provide braking. Shake hands with danger. Hurry up and get it done. It takes two men to move this thing, but I'll make do with one. Now, Bob isn't dumb. He wouldn't try towing it all the way to the shop without help. But he just wants to drag it 100 yards or so and get that foreman off his back. Bob Murray will never again tow a freewheeling machine without having control over the braking. Now, Bob was lucky. Others were not. Shake hands with danger. 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 And friends I used to know, compared to them I'm lucky to be just Three-Finger Joe.
So, you're Tiny Marvin, huh? For some reason I thought you'd be... tinier.
Marvin! Oh, I'm so pleased that Chantilly sent for you. Yes, indeed. You remember our training now, don't you? It'll be just like Da Nang.
Da Nang?
That's right! Now, backflip! Excellent! I can just reach your hands!
What the hell?
Ah! I got you! Now climb, Marvin! Climb! Like the wind!
Folks, it appears we may be running a little long, so let's take a break. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
It's a great time to improve the looks and comfort of your bathroom because now this Mayfair soft toilet seat is just $7.99 as the hardware value of the month at True Value hardware stores. This padded seat comes in 4 decorator colors and installs without tools using this dial-on hinge, so it's removable for cleaning. You can make another bathroom improvement with this Stanodyne faucet, just $25.98. For these and other ways to modernize your home, visit the participating True Value hardware store or home center near you.
Marvin. Oh, I applaud your bravery, sir. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be stuck in that miserable sinkhole. Oh, yes, exactly. My faults to a T. And who would have known those miserable gypsies would be so good at filling in that pit with gravel and concrete? Yes. Well, I guess it's time for us to say farewell, friends. For myself, Tiny Marvin, Omar, Chantilly, and Mr. Worm... Wait, what happened to Mr. Wormser? Oh, well, I'm sure he'll pop up. Good night, everyone. Pleasant dreams.
Hello? Help! Somebody help me! this, Joe. Jesus, Joe.